sports. They've been around for, and they actually serve a purpose. They test our strength and our might against one another. And we here at TDS News have decided to go ahead and do I don't know, just an expose on it. And with me to do the reporting is our senior sports correspondent, the notorious DLC. DLC, how are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing well, Talsin. How are you?
I'm doing quite nice. Can you tell us a little bit about where you're at right now?
Well, as you can see, I'm in the locker room. I'm in the sports arena locker room in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm quite tired, Talsin. Quite tired, if I may say so.
You're tired. Well, why exactly are you tired?
Well, you see, Talsin, I'm here tonight covering a sports entertainment event, which some people call
A set?
professional wrestling, is what I was going to say.
Oh.
Other people call it wrestling, and also know it as "It's Still Real to Me." Dang it! So yeah, I'm here at the event, and I wanted to get sort of a firsthand run of what the world of sports entertainment was like.
First-hand run.
Yeah, indeed. I wanted to, if I could, I wanted to get involved in some sort of wrestling federation throughout the world, but it turns out that those are illegal now, something to do with pandas. So instead...
Yes, the bamboo shortage.
It's true. It's true. Instead, I picked up my steel chair and headed down to our local wrestling entertainment venue. Again, also happens to be for the world. Who would have known? But I headed down there and, again, wanted to get a firsthand experience. So I had hoped that maybe I'd speak with some of the talent, learn some of their names, because I have literally no idea what's going on. But as I arrived at the arena, it turns out that somebody confused the booking, and I was thereafter in a world championship match.
Wait, you were in a world championship match?
That's correct. Yes, I actually was a part of the match.
DLC, we sent you down there just to report on it. I mean, not to actually get involved. I mean, we don't have the insurance for that.
Well, and that's understandable. I am very, very seriously injured. But there were these two gentlemen there. One of them had a toothpick in his mouth, and the other was a rather large, attractive male. One might say that he was both big and sexy. But they inducted me into something called the Nouveau. I just became the Nouveau. Yeah. I have no idea what it means. Some
Maybe
sort of
they're just trying
abstract
to
sports
spell
entertainment.
now, and they're dyslexic.
They did look a little, like they maybe had some trouble with school sometimes. Maybe one too many, to the head, like I did. I mean, again, gravely injured. I probably should be going to a hospital.
Jimmy, does he have insurance with us? Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and go to the hospital. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do that. But first, I wanted to. Well, I won't spoil the surprise. But I think the most important thing is that there's some excellent footage here that we got of the actual event. Myself versus one Fine Belore. I'm not really sure if I'm saying his name right. But there was indeed a can of whoop butt opened this evening. So yeah,
But you
I
actually
think
have footage on this.
I do actually. It's kind of interesting. You'll see it's played out a little bit differently than I understand most championship situations are played out. There were no playoffs. There was no sort of bracket of any kind, really. It was just I arrived at the arena, and then the large gentleman grabbed me, and I was thrown into a large cage situation. But I think it's important that we actually look at it. So if you have that, I don't know, Jimmy, does Jimmy have that, or
Hold on.
I sent it over?
Jimmy, do we have that footage? We do. All right, let's go to the media center, and let's see what's going on.
Ooh. Talsin, if I can just say, the media center, very nice. Very nice.
We have spared no expense when it comes to the media center.
So it's a Jurassic Park type situation.
Pretty much, yeah. We're just hoping that it doesn't revolt against us later.
Well, maybe I think personally, if we just didn't have raptors, then we probably wouldn't have this problem.
But now, to be fair, if we didn't have raptors, what would we ride to work?
Good point.
Oh, I'm getting a report that Jimmy says that the video is loaded. Would you care to commentate on this? And DLC.
What?
DLC.
What? Sorry.
Are you sure you're okay, sir?
I may have a concussion. Several concussions. I am bleeding a little inside of my body.
Well,
but no, go ahead.
The blood should be on the inside. That's where it's supposed to be.
That's right. I'm just a big old sack of blood. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Oh, there we go. There's me. I've got my traditional gear on. Oh, yep, and I took a big old lariat onto the ground there.
That looks like concussion number 1.
Look at this. Ooh, just kicked his butt. You see what I mean? Like I tried to kick at him, hit the air a little bit. Some quick chops to the chest. You can see just kind of backing him into a corner. Oh, and then here we go over the head and bang right into the ground.
DLC, this seems extremely violent. Are you sure this is a sport?
It is. It turns out there's no balls or anything. There are no bats. Well, sometimes there's bats. Sometimes there's baseball bats. There's croquet bats. Sometimes they have golf clubs. There are just an inordinate number of metal chairs underneath that ring situation. One wouldn't have expected that, but there's just 40 or 50 of them.
You would assume that they would use the metal chairs to, let people sit down.
Well, it's quite dangerous. Well, see, here's one of those chairs right now coming into play. Oh, just hit him in the back of the head. I just beat the tar out of him with it.
I'm now understanding why you guys are fighting inside of a cage.
Yeah, people can get injured. In fact, there was some sort of small child or leprechaun situation underneath the ring that I had to wrestle the chair from, and I hit him with it, and he definitely looked injured. So I think it was important that maybe we keep everyone away from it, especially the larger man in the T-shirt off to the side there, the gentleman in the suit, and then the other one with the implausibly white cowboy hat. I feel like maybe we wanted to avoid them too. Ooh, just some big chops to my shoulders. His shoulders. I hit him, not me.
Okay. This seems. This seems incredibly violent. I mean,
did you see that?
That big pump.
Yeah, that big fist pump. Yeah, man. I wanted to rile the crowd up, and I felt like there was no better way to do that than to do some sort of Arsenio Hall. I feel like a lot of these people are kind of hinged on tradition. They are really into things that happened in the 90s. And not so much today. They kind of think that today sucks. I mean, just like on a very serious level. It's almost like, the Wrestling Federation has just given up completely. And so maybe if things went back to the way that they were in the 90s, maybe we wouldn't have such a bad time with it. I know there were a lot of issues with the 90s. There's a lot of risque stuff, but really this PG era thing has to go. I just can't express that enough.
Things from the 90s, like the Shazam movie.
Yeah, with the Sinbad.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Was
it Sinbad? I thought it was Arsenio Hall.
Yes. Just the both of them were in that film. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
look,
you're back in the ring.
Oh man, that's when I fell down the first time, and then I just ducked under him. You see, I'm implausibly quick for a large guy. And then just bam, just a huge punch to his sternum. I mean, he coughed up several bits of blood. Oh, and then he just hit me right in my back too. Oh God, I fell down a lot. Well, here we go. It's fine. I'll just run away. This is probably my favorite part, where I picked that chair up again. Yeah, and then just
you seem to really like that chair. I mean,
I do.
When does this turn from a sport into just assault?
In somewhere in the neighborhood of about 10 minutes from now.
Okay.
I may experience some sort of criminal charges. You'll see here shortly. But again, he will too. I'm a firm believer in the equality of law. Whether you're in a wrestling ring, in some sort of cell that is meant to represent hell, if you're just, if you shoplift an ice cream from the local grocery store, you should just go to jail.
Now, DLC, I can't help but notice that you said you joined into the match, but I can't help but notice the TDS logo emblazoned all upon the ring. Did we sponsor this?
No, I brought those with me.
You brought those with you?
Yeah, okay, so, there was the whole desert island thing, and I needed to craft some sort of device to get me off of the island. So I made these huge sails, and they're multicolored, and of course they have our beautiful TDS News logo on them. And I decided that I would just, look at that replay that was 2 seconds long. That was super good. Did you see him get up on that thing and do nothing? That was an excellent replay. Anyways, I digress.
So
I happened to...
It looks like you lost.
So this is a kind of a new match situation, I think, where, he won, but they were looking for something a little bit better. So basically what happened was, in just several moments, we just felt better, and all of a sudden, and then we just sort of started over. I think that might have something to do with some sort of story or something they were trying to tell.
Some sort of story arc.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's how it works. Apparently, this is entirely real, not scripted whatsoever. It's just, none of it is make-believe. None of it. It's just 100% real. But
it appears that you have your chair again. I mean, is that your favorite chair, or is that part of your gimmick, or?
Well, as you can see here with me, literally beating this man within an inch of his life with a chair again. Oh God! And wait, there it is again. They won't let me have any of the metal ones, so they decided that this one with the padding was probably the best way to go. Especially because of all of the grievous injuries that I have to my body, my spine, my back, my buttocks especially.
Yeah, I was going to mention earlier that I'm glad to see that you did manage to get your chair off of the desert island as well.
I did. Well, and that's, I was going to continue telling the story. So I fashioned basically this paraglider from these bits and pieces of fabric that I recovered from the spacecraft, which landed me on the island. And again, they're multicolored, so I happened to bring these with me. And since then, I've sort of made it a habit to carry a large duffel bag of implausibly sized TDS logos and cloths with me, so that way, in case something like this were to come up, where I might be in a professional wrestling ring for no reason, with absolutely no experience whatsoever, that I can put these down on the ground and have something to sop up the blood, the sweat, the tears, the many tears that I cried, especially during this part where he bonked me on top of my big fat head. Is just, I had to have something to sop that up.
And plus, it's, free advertising. I mean, you've always got to carry some merch around with you for the TDS team.
That's true. And speaking of new merch, and I mean, I've got something for you, and I think you're going to love it.
Oh, what's that?
Well, we'll discuss it here shortly. I think the important part is we need to kind of see how this unfolds. I mean, as you can see, here I go just throwing that man, and then I just punch him in the side of his head. And again, totally violent sport. I'm not really sure why they let this happen. Whether or not
gladiator games of old.
It is. I wish that I had had a chance to to really navigate a little bit more. They tell me that there's all sorts of different ways to win these kinds of matches. You can knock a man out. Sometimes you can loosely choke him around his neck until he pretends to fall asleep. That actually works quite a bit often. Sometimes you just do one silly little move where you basically fall down and just kind of boop him on the nose, and that does it. Sometimes Talsin, there is a man whom I cannot see, but they tell me that he waves his hand in front of his face, and he just wins all the time. He's some sort of wrestling ghost.
I noticed that he was motioning to you there, and then he came out, and then you... Oh, what are you doing with that poor man's head?
Here we go. Well, I just wanted to give him a little bit of raspberry on his tummy, and then I slipped and fell, and yep. Oh, God. Ooh. And the poor man, that didn't go well for him. But yeah, they told me that sometimes tickling is a good way to go. So I figured I'd vary up my routine. Yeah, I just tickled him to give him a little bit of, a little raspberry on the tummy. And, oh, God, he threw me into that ring post. My whole brain stem.
That's probably
separated from my body. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been able to feel my legs for like a couple of hours.
Now he's posing in front of the crowd right now. I mean,
that's true.
Do you pose in front of the crowd? I mean, do you have some sort of like signature, thing that you do?
Yeah, I mean, in this particular match, it was mostly just me standing there, kind of, sort of woozy. But my whole thing. Oh, here he goes. This is what he did to me. Here you go. Oh, nothing. He didn't do nothing. Punk. So. My whole gimmick is based around. Are you familiar with the Big Show? Do you know who that name, the Big Show?
Like the circus?
Yeah, the circus. So there's a big show in town, and sometimes it's slow. So sometimes they call it the Big Slow. But my whole deal, this night was basically based on that. And there was a man, something about a big slow. It's a big bad slow tonight, and I just came out and I just basically looked like super menacing and really cool, and I had like this cool stretchy spandex situation on. I'm wearing it underneath my Nouveau gear, the big thing for me again is really to just be super strong, to use my big giant ham fists to knock that guy out.
It definitely does look like some sort of slobber knocker.
Somebody told me that this guy has a wife and kids. He's got a family, and I just, I think he might forget him. Here I go, just basically ramming him into this cage over and over again. And they elbowed me in the face. That was kind of rude. That actually wasn't part of the whole gimmick. He actually did elbow me in the face because I said something rude about his uncle. Turns out his uncle's the man with that implausibly white hat. I wouldn't have thought that was the case. I thought that they weren't related at all, but who knew?
I gotta say, I do like the construction of the cage around, because it looks like, from the camera's point of view, the cage is almost translucent.
It really is.
Must be a high-quality cage.
It is. It's really interesting. Depending on where the cameraman is, the cage sort of changes colors and textures. The one thing I can tell you, though, is that it does hurt on your body if it were to come in contact with your body parts, especially any of the ones on the outside. It is rather painful. You can see I slammed him into that and then into the ground. Yeah, it's not. There I am, posing right there. See, big strong man? That's me going right there. But yeah, it's been it's certainly a treat. Here I go, chopping away again at this guy. Oh, and then I did a big giant thing at him, I think. Here it is. Oh, man. Oh, and then I just, more raspberries, and then I just sort of turn him around.
That's not a raspberry, DLC.
Well, I mean, Talsin, have you ever seen two grown men wrestle? I mean...
I think that I'm seeing two grown men wrestle right now.
Have you ever seen any Gladiator movies?
Yes, I've seen that one with, the Gladiator movie with Hugh Jackman.
You ever seen a man naked before?
Yes?
Oh, look, here I go, running at this guy right here. Oh, big elbow to whatever body part it was that I
Did you
touched.
even hit him?
Well, sometimes it's about the spectacle of the thing, man. You
It
know,
looked like you were 3 feet away whenever you landed on the pads.
believe me, I beg to differ. See, look, here I am egging him on. No, I mean, you know, sometimes
Yeah,
you just
see,
hit him
you
with the
just, like,
kinetic force.
stomp the air.
Yeah, you just sort of swing at him and he feels it in his bones. You know, it's like a threatening maneuver. It's not any sort of, you know, actual physical action in any way. Other than all of the times in which he broke most of the bones in my lower half. And also my brain
And your upper half.
part.
Head. DLC.
What? Oh, look, there it is. Oh, that's what he did to me. I think he might have missed it, but he stomped all over my chest plate. That hurt. That hurt a lot. I'm on some sort of list for like a transplant.
Like
there.
an organ transplant?
Yeah, just all of them. Just in the chest region. Just whichever ones are there. I'm on lists. Just 4 or 5 lists. Just a large number of them.
I'm sure that you're on several lists after you apparently beat
Talsin,
this man unconscious.
That's it right there. I don't know if you saw that, but
yeah, I saw it. You are listed as the winner.
I did eventually beat that man, and Talsin, I couldn't be prouder because I think you'll see. Watch this man beat me to death in these replays here. Yeah, he just murders me. And then there's the one time when he pushed me. Oh God, just slammed me in the back. See, I told you about the camera and the cage just totally imploded. Yeah. It's just different.
Must be a filter that they put on the screen.
Some kind of who's it what's it's electronic magic, I think. But yeah, they just do a great job with this production. There we go. That's me. Flip him upside down, give him a big tickle. Oh, see, and then I told you, just use my giant ham-sized fist to just punch him in his face. This man might be dead. I don't remember. But there I am, celebrating. And here I am, celebrating. That's right, sir. You're looking at your new champion right here. The big champion of the Wrestling Entertainment Federation of the world.
Of concussions?
It's me. I need to lay down.
Okay, DLC, go grab some medical care.
What? Do what? Who?
You need to go to the ER.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Talsin,
I've got is at the ER.
I've got some footage of this match. Do you want it? Let's watch it. Here, turn it on. We've got to watch this match that I was just in. We got to do the news report.
That's okay. We'll do the news report tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, you go have a lay down, or no, don't lay down. Don't lay down. Go get checked out.
Hold on. Wait. Oh God, I dropped everything. Here, hold on.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, our senior sports correspondent, Mr. Notorious DLC. And I think we're going to go ahead and wrap that one up. And
I'm coming for you, sucker!
Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful night.
Kid.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to determine what we cover next, leave your idea in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on all of your TDS needs.